The first setup for this page, and we are underway. A nice bomb pickup in Link's house. Always very useful. And yes, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can fix that mic audio issue. How does that sound? Rush heading to Uncle with only 20 rupees in hand. Sahasrala. Silvers in the Uncle chest, and we get the Cave of Samaria in Sahasrala's closet. Overworld glitches, if you're not familiar with the format, we start with the aids in several geometry clips that make it easy to access the entire overworld. Still bad, sorry about that. I'll see if I can fix this. Speaking of overworld clips, Zero Rush just demonstrated one that allows you to get to Hobo. It is both a and a fake. Glan won the first game. I will get that updated on the tracker. Glan also with a nice hookshot find in the mushroom spot. But only the single rupee in the side. Have a nice glove in the dam. And there's our other mitt. Tight mitts aren't incredibly useful in overworld glitches, but still nice to have. An early moon pearl. Plenty of cash. This is quite the start to the seed. This is a much faster, and the flute. Flute again doesn't give us a lot of extra access since the entire world is open with overworld glitches, and really with that glove and the hook shot, pretty much anywhere we want to go to in the world, or sorry, not the glove, not the hook shot, the pearl and glove, we can get pretty much anywhere we want to go in the entire world. The one super nice thing would be to have the mirror. No, it's entirely possible that my mic is cutting in and out a bit. I'll just try to stay very still and not move my mic around. We won't even have to do fake flicker since Glan found those in the chicken hunt. Yeah, with the glove and the hook shot, we have almost entirely non-overworld glitch logical access to East Death Mountain, but we don't care about no stink. Nothing interesting at the race game, so Glan is just going to clip into the desert area, see what's on that ledge. Nice heart container. Well, Zero Rush is going to clip into the K45 area. Hint saying that half magic is held by the fishes. That could be, at this point, Zora or Catfish. Both runners in desert. There was just a compass on the torch. A lovely sword, too. This is an incredible seed. Hookshot and sword, those are pretty much the main tools that you want. Those help to set up your spin speed and your clips. Especially the clips on Death Mountain to go and get into Ganon's Tower. Moon Pearl was in Mini Mold Cave. Zero Rush will be very happy to find that sword once he actually opens the chest and would have realized he doesn't need to use all those bombs. Please open the chest, Zero Rush. There may be some rage slashes. Yeah, just a couple. Land checking his Grave Caillou south of Grove, and will likely now be clipping the other way to go and check checkerboard. So not only do we get all of our great Overworld glitches tools, like the Moon Pearl and a hookshot and a sword early, we also have some fairly good health. We've got blue mail early, plenty of heart containers. Plan showing the intended way to get through Checkerboard Cave, something you generally only see in Overworld glitches, since in a regular run you would normally have the mirror to access that cave. I see we had our map check earlier for Glan, and just confirming that Eastern is a pendant, Desert is a 5/6 crystal, and Tower of Hera is a regular crystal. Zero to up to the top of Death Mountain, scrolling the screen, and then going into the Old Man Rescue Cave. It's an interesting feature when you're doing overworld glitches. When you clip up the ledge onto Death Mountain, how does that work? The local variable scrolls, but your global variable does not. So even though it looks like he's on top of the Death Mountain, he was actually, yes, just going into the Old Man Rescue Cave. Titan's Bits don't open up much in overworld glitches. I believe the only extra location that you can find is King's Tomb, similar to Inverted Mode. There's a compass in Basement Cage and Tower of Hera. Zero Rush hoping to find the big key here, and he does. Yes, thank you, Itsu. It also opens Ice Palace in Logic. However, there is a mirror wrap technique to get into Ice Palace using YPA or a bottle glitch to get into Ice Palace as well. I believe that for Smiths, there's also a way to mirror clip. It's just very time-consuming and really not worth the effort. Surprisingly, since we have so many good items so far in Hera, vanilla NMG Moldorm fight, 6 slashes with the fighter sword. The last one in Moldorm's Enraged name, but no issue for Zero Run. And we get the unfortunate small key, and there is an item in here basement Firelocked. Now from here, Zero Rush really has the entire Death Mountain open to them. Likely do a quick check in Spectacle Rock, and then clip over to East Death Mountain. And that looks like a lamp. Zero Rush showing off his hovering skills almost makes it. But that does put that final item in Hera in Logic. And really early lamp, what kind of scene is this? Zero Rush has to go back into Tower of Hera when flipping up the mountain to reset the position so that it actually shows, the map shows where he actually is. And going up the vanilla way to go and get that lamp. We'll see if he does a bomb jump or tries to. Probably a bomb jump. Much safer, much more reliable that way. Just kind of clip yourself into that corner, get right to the edge, place a bomb. Bob's your uncle. And was just I think, a little bit too far to the right for that. But he has his lamp now. Likely go make his way back up Tower of Hera while Glan gets his first crystal from Tower. See Glan with the hook shot able to set up spin speed much quicker. Glan also attempting the hover across the gap. Gets it. And Zero Rush making the call to go to much more item-dense East Death Mountain rather than that one remaining item in Tower of Hera. Spectacle Rock only holds 50 rupees. And Glan is checking that basement chest for Tower of Hera, so we'll find out very quickly if it's worth the time sink or not. Just bombs and rupees in the bottom of Paradox. A third bottle has been found, but nothing else. And only 10 arrows in Hera Basement. Ooh, get a Master Sword on Floating Island. And of course, swim in the sky because clouds are mostly water vapor. And just like that, we're in the Lost Woods. Zero Rush will be picking up his hook shot very quickly. Nothing of worth in Lumberjack Cave. Aghanim 1 will not be required. And using those titans was to take the intentional path into Dark Death Mountain. I believe Glan actually just soft blocked himself on top of Dark Death Mountain. That is an unfortunate risk with Overworld glitches, is that it's quite easy to get caught in locations that you don't intentionally want to go there. It can also cause some very hilarious map scrolling. Plan opted instead to do the clip over into East Death Mountain. And please correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I do believe that this clip is a little bit more dangerous than the one to the Late World side, as there's a possibility that if you're wiggling the wrong way, you can get stuck on the side of the cliff. Get the Book of Medora with that Master Sword that opens up both tablets for us. And knocked off by the berry before he can get that last chest. I'm gonna try to save a little bit of time and hover across. And unfortunately, my stream froze and I missed the last item in Hookshot Cave. Mirror inside of Super Bunny. Mushroom in Hookshot Cave, thank you. And is going down to check Catfish. And we get our Dark World map check. Green pendant at Pod, pendant at Ice Palace, and our other 5/6 crystal is Mystery Mire. Zero Rush looking to complete desert. We do know that it's a 5/6 crystal, although that's not as important in Overworld glitches since there are very reliable ways to clip into the pyramid. Arrows from Zora. Zero on his last Lanmolas. Gets the second item out of desert, just bombs, but more importantly, his second crystal. With Glan back on Mount. There we go. Caught up again now. Confirming that Magnum 1 is not required, while Zero Rush is heading over to the eastern area. Get his cane of Samaria from the back of Sahasrala's hut. Glan checks out the woods. Nothing as of yet, Skull Woods. We're still looking for that second item. Of course, we will not be able to since we do not have the fire rod. And not even in Overworld glitches is there a way to get into this area with back to the woods without fire rod. Major glitches, yes. Overworld glitches, not so much. Looks like Zero Rush. Oh no. Yeah, you have the flute. That's a nice way to get out of that soft lock. And the second item in Skull Woods is fire rod locked back. Zero Rush attempting one more time to get up the mountain. There's that fire rod. That's an almost convenient place. So in terms of items for go mode, we're really looking for the Meyer Medallion, the hammer, the ice rod, and theoretically a bow. Now, Pod and Eastern are both pendants, and I'm not sure if either of these runners know the mimic clip in Ganon's Tower to do those. Rush getting the book. And Zero Rush heading into Turtle Rock. One of the nice setups to get into there. You could go into the Laser Eye Bridge instead, but who wants to deal with lasers? And running over to the big chest side and bonking across is much safer. Speaking of safe, Glan having no issues with their Mothula fight, getting the second item of 10 arrows in their second crystal. And doing a head check just to make sure. And that, I believe, is the Bombos value, which we do know is needed to get into the main entrance of Turtle Rock. However, in Overworld glitches, there's lots of ways to progress through Turtle Rock without having to go to the front door. So it remains to be seen, though, if Meyer requires Bombos. And no, nobody has either clipped into Meyer or gone the vanilla way. Oh no, Zero Rush forgot he had a fairy. That death warp was unfortunate. He'll go and take it. And there's our bow in Thieves Town. So that's nice. Although finding it so early does make me a little bit worried that perhaps we do need to clear that pendant pod and pendant Easter. And it looks like the other key that we need for Turtle Rock is locked behind the fire rod. And this looks like it's going to be a clip into Ganon's tower for Zero Rush. Easy every time. Zero Rush doing tile room first. Get a lovely tempered sword in Maiden's chest. The small key for Thieves Town is locked in the big chest. Another shield on top of the torch. We don't need no shields. Since we are locking the hammer, that's as far as we can go in Ganon's tower. If Zero Rush wanted, he could have done some bomb jump strats, light the torches on the right-hand side, but it's a bit of a pain, and he knows he's going to find the fire rod eventually. No problem keeping blind on script for Glan. Gets his third crystal and a piece of heart. Now it looks like here Zero Rush was seconding up the check for magic bat. Going to do a fake powder. Just a piece of heart. Now we'll see, after Glan does Divvy game, if he decides to do the Smith Rescue or clip into Meyer. I would love for him to clip into Meyer so we can confirm that Meyer medallion. Surger, I don't believe that he did do the chess game. Mushroom was nothing. And Glan is making us wait for that Meyer medallion check and rescuing Smith first. Although, with Mirror, it's really easy, really quick. Reason not to. And then after doing the purple chest, that'll put them in a nice place to go and check. Okay. And the Smiths are armor smiths today. The silvers are in the sewer's secret passage chest. Glan thought about mirroring and fluting, but then realized he still needs to check Stumpy and Dig Game and wants to be in a nice location to please clip into Meyer. Zero Rush getting their sword. And making good use of knowing exactly how far you can leave that chest behind. And what causes it to despawn and what doesn't. Go and check our hype cave. Bombs. Bombs. Red rupee. Bombs. And ice rod. So good news for Glan. He'll be able to full clear Turtle Rock when he goes there. Oh, and Glan did not check that hint. Or did I miss it? Hammer is in Eastern, and as Furiami in chat pointed out, the hammer is all that's locking the head. So Glan is not having that information So once he goes into Mire, checks a medallion. If it is Bombos, he will be searching everywhere for that hammer, while Zero Rush will be able to make a beeline pretty soon. Don't worry about the purple chest, it's just gonna chill out while Glan clears out Swamp. Well, at least the first two chests. The first one being the small key. And we got butter. Butter sword, red nail. This is a very healthy seed. And we'll finally see what is in that purple chest. And I imagine Glan is powder, and we know that's useless. I imagine Glan is going to check Bombos, and then we'll clip it. Zero Rush got a little bit off script with line, but gets their third crystal. Okay, Glan. Get into Mire. Let's see what that medallion is. And it is Bombos. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pedestal seed. Not all dungeons. I don't believe that there is any possible way that AGA 1 will be required to see. But now it's quite interesting. Glan did not check the hint of Thieves Town, saying that the hammer is in Eastern. Right now, they could full clear Turtle Rock. They can full clear Ice Palace. They can and do a bunch of little overworld checks. They could also check most of Pod before going into Eastern, so we'll have to see what decision Glan decides to make. Fire Rod makes Glan no issue. And Weasel, yes, Glan checked pedestal, which says burn baby burn, which is the hint for Bombos. So at this point, we are actually in no mode. There is nothing else the runners could really find. We know where silvers are, we know where the males are, we know where all the swords are, we know where the hammer is, we know where Bombos is. I suppose the one good news for Glan is that his go mode is going to be the hammer, which will lock out most of Turtle Rock, most of Ganon's tower. However, he may still decide with that fire rod to go into Ganon's tower, clear right side, and then go all the way to Ice Arms. And if that has the big key, would check big chest as well, possibly even climb Ganon's tower looking for that hammer. The hint that hammer is in Eastern was in Thieves' Town. Tempered Moth, no problem for Zero Rush. And let's see if they mirror and check Ped. I can't imagine that Glan checked the hint and then did beeline to Eastern. He knows that all he needs right now is Bombos and Hammer. And he knows where Bombos is. Zero Rush not wasting any time. Going to Meyer, intended way. Gonna get the bad news that, yep, this is a ped seed. Zero Rush is creeping right up to that Bombos tablet. And yeah, I believe that Zero Rush will probably loot to 5 here. Yep, gonna go knock out Pod and Eastern in one fell swoop. I've actually never seen that clip to get into Eastern before. That's very handy. Although I'm not sure if it saves time compared to just going to Pod first, mirroring, rescuing Kiki, going into Pod, and then mirroring and going to Eastern. There's that hammer, super early in Eastern. Even if we get early Big Q, Zero Rush will still be checking chests looking for that Ice Rod. Ice Rod is in Hype Cave. Oh, Zero Rush getting another fantastic hint that the Ice Rod requires the bomb. There are... I can't really think of any other required bomb locations left that he hasn't checked. That may take him right to Hype Cave. There is a bomb required location in Ganon's tower, being in Randomizer room, but I don't know if the hint logic would consider that a bomb required location or if it would call it a Ganon's Tower location. Try next down for Glan. Was a little upset he didn't see the hammer. Oh yes, Ice Armos requires a bomb as well. I suppose technically also the ledge chest in Palace of Darkness requires a bomb. But it looks like Zero Rush is making the correct choice to most items that require a bomb. In fact, 4 of the items require 2 bombs. And yeah, with Glan back on Death Mountain, this is Ganon's Tower entry. And Zero Rush is now in no mode. Looks like he's going to finish off Swamp. He'll probably mirror wrap into Ice. Then go up, finish off Pod. Pulphead. Finish Meyer. Finish GT. And then make their way into Trinex. Glan knows about Bombos. He, however, does not know about the hammer. The hammer is in Eastern, and Glan skipped the hint in Thieves Town. He will get his silver arrows now. And yes, of course, Glan is also going to clear Hyrule Castle, which we actually haven't seen the front of. With the early glove, we did dive into the back. We've not seen any of the escape. Yeah, this is quite unfortunate for Glan. There's a lot of places he could be checking right now. And I'm sure all of them seem more appealing than Eastern. Although he does know that he needs to Pulphead, so I'm not sure why he's not clearing Eastern. He knows that he's going to need it at some point. He can full clear it. There's 3 items in it. If you're looking for density, that's probably the next best place. I agree that he's hoping to combo Pod Eastern, but when you're looking at item density, we get vanilla or French vanilla hammer so many times, and there's 6 items in Pod. It seems logical. And yeah, it would be worst case scenario that he full clears Pod first. Zero Rush won't get his gold sword from the map chest in Swamp, but that doesn't matter. More than happy just to have a tempered. That's more than he needs. Oh, almost got the Zero Cyclone Argus. Really good poke strats. I believe that's actually crystal number 5. I believe that Zero Rush has finished Skull Woods as well. Yes, because he comboed that with his pedestal check. Yep, this makes the most sense to finish off ice, then it's a quick mirror and flute to 5, finish off pod, get your bonus. The plan demonstrating that the bird is fantastic, and even if you fall off the geometry, pick you right back up again. Zero Rush, very happy. Go mode is Palace. And does have a couple of overworld locations left. He has not done fake powder with a mushroom, or has turned in his mushroom. That's what he's gonna do. Yes, both. Sorry, Zero Rush has been in Ganon's Tower, but has not found the big key yet. However, Zero Rush was only able to check Tile Room and the Hope Room chests. This looks like a clip into Magic Bat Glan. Oh, he has actual powder. I think I knew that. Alright, Glan. Flute to fly. Do not take the portal. Extremely cold stair fight. Zero Rush gets his second pendant. Glan was trying to set up a YBA bottle glitch to screen wrap into the pod area. Oh, and it looks like Zero Rush is actually going to take out Turtle Rock for going to pod. There we go. Glan pulled off his YBA to get fake flute in the Dark World. Probably the quickest way to get there. Now we'll see if he clears pod first or if he clears Eastern first. He does know he needs to full clear Eastern to get that pendant, but he knows that pod has more items and has a nasty tendency to have French vanilla hammer. He is going to Eastern. He will get his hammer and be in go mode quite quickly, but he is several dungeons behind at this point. The good news is he didn't try to clear Ice Palace without the hammer. Saved him a bit of time. Glan's all business, picking up that hammer. He knows he's in go mode. Has to clear 3 more pendants, 2 more crystals. Zero Rush did Ice Palace because we know that Bombos is on the pedestal. Bombos is required to get into Misery Mire. Even in Overworld glitches, there is no way to get into Misery Mire without a major glitch. I wonder if Glan might be feeling a little bit off, a little bit behind. Didn't quite get that quick stealth post kill. Zero Rush on a heart and half. Fearless taking out Trinex. Gets his crystal number 6. And there's only one place for Zero Rush to go. Now that the runners have solved this seed, I'd just like to remind you both to give these runners a follow. They are incredibly good at this mode. Overworld Glitches is a really fun form of Into the Past rando, exploiting all these fun clips across the overworld, and they're both really fantastic to watch. Also give my tracker a follow. It's a demo. Doing a great job keeping me honest about which players have what. So thank you so much for that. Getting a little bit of sync with both of our runners in pod at the same time. Finding early on that it's bow locked. Not that it mattered, because the bow, both of our players have it from Thieves Town. I would say probably 8 to 10 minutes behind. Even though Go Mode, Swamp, Ice are quite quick, the transit time between them also takes a little bit. Got an incredibly nice left side swamp. Key that we need and the big key. Sorry, right side pod. I don't know why I said left side swamp. Right side pod, very generous to our runners. Still a little bit of time for Glan to make up on execution, but I think at this point Zero Rush will have to make a significant error in order for Glan to catch up. We still also have not found GT. Very nice work getting rid of Palmasaur's face mask. Glan is in his no mode now. He's not missing anything. He just recently got his hammer from Eastern, but he is several dungeons behind. Ultimately, what probably cost him the most time was skipping the hint in Thieves Town, saying that hammer was in Eastern. Spent a lot of time checking overworld locations and checking other chests in Turtle Rock looking for that hammer. Right. You love pet hype, get that in chat. It's not a blind pet pull, but here we go. Burn, baby, burn. Another vanilla entrance into the mire location. Might as well get to avoid those awful lightning effects, which are a little bit distracting when you're dipping into the mire area in Overworld glitches. Pretty good mire 2 from Zero Rush. Now will we be blessed with the God Mire? Big key in one of these first 2 chests. It is not too late. You gotta dive a little bit deeper looking for that big key. Go mode for Zero Rush was the Ice Rod, which was in Hype Cave, which he also got a fortunate hint in Eastern that the Ice Rod was behind a bomb. And he only had a couple of bomb locations left, so that after he finished off Eastern, got his hammer, headed straight for Hype Cave. It is rare that hints are that useful, but this is one of those seeds. Didn't quite get the Godmire, but anytime we can avoid cutscene chest, that's nice. Glan finished off his Argus, got his 6th crystal. So, summary of this seed was that there was a lot early. We had early hookshot, early titans, early moon pearl, early sword, just pretty much early flute, even just an overworld glitches, care package. The tricky part was finding the hammer. There was a hint in Town saying that the hammer was in Eastern. Zero Rush read the hint, Glan did not. And that really was the difference in the scene. I think up until that point, Glan was a little bit ahead because Zero Rush did an early dip into Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod and without the Fire Rod. Zero Rush spent a little bit of extra time looking for that Ice Rod, which was in Hype Cave, but ultimately didn't cost him that much. Both runners learned relatively early on that Bombos was on head, but I think it took Glan a little bit longer to discover that he actually needed Bombos for fire. And there is Zero Rush's 7th crystal. Now, we've already checked 4 locations in Ganon's tower. Which of the remaining 18 could the big key be hiding? I always like vanilla just because I like vanilla. Oh, sniped my guess. Let's see. Zero Rush is actually going right. A little bit surprised because left is a bit more dense at this point. Good gold stare from Glan. Gets their pendant number 3. On their way to Head and Bombos. One, 20 rupees, just 2 compass, 3 a piece of heart, and 4 is 50 rupees. Already seen the torch earlier. On their way to get 4 new checks in the Stealth Host room. There it is. 5th check on the 2nd trip in. Tempered Sword, Blue Mail, Silvers. This should be an easy gauntlet. And gets their Bombos. Zero Rush having a little bit of issues with that Mimic. Blocking his block. Nice fairy drop right there. Gauntlet 1, Stealthos on conveyor belts. Gauntlet number 2, Stealthos and Beamos on conveyor belts. Gauntlet number 3, Zyzax, Beamos on conveyor belts with spikes. 4, Zyzax on conveyor belts with Beamos, spikes, and ice. And finally, Gauntlet 5, Shooter, Beamos, Zyzax, and Stealthos. Nice. Oh, just missed the 1 cycle land mode 2. Wizrobe 1. Nice using the Samaria block. Satisfying every time. Doesn't matter how many times you see it. Wizrobe 2, same deal. Beautiful. Then about to pick up their big key. Not even picking up the spare magic pot. I wonder if Zero Rush feels behind at this point. Maybe that early Turtle Rock has him feeling a little bit off. There wasn't a whole lot in there. He also did skip Kakariko early that had the hook shot in it. Which certainly is useful in overworld glitches. As Glan makes their way to Beatrice, Zero Rush is starting the economic that looked like a double. Zero, just off the Beatrice. Again, just a single. That was a triple. That first one must have been a single. And with that, Zero Rush is off to fight Big after a quick detour from Bird Airlines. And what Gaddon wisdom do we with today? Sorry, we didn't have a snack. Here, have this delicious bacon soup. It's a nice setup for Ganon 2. It's down to a heart. I do not believe he has any potions or fairies left. He had wasted his fairy earlier on a death port in Turtle Rock, but he's in Ganon 3. Yes, we did. At this point, it's pretty much over. Get the triple. Get your GGs in chat for Zero Rush. Takes out Ganon, just needs to cross that somewhat treacherous bridge into the Triforce room. And with that, Zero Rush has won with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 59 seconds. GG's. And to go and pick up their big key. Unfortunately, opening up the chest in the opposite order, Zero Rush did. We'll get it a little bit later, but not significantly so. We are joined by our winner, Zero Rush. GG and congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. How's it going?
Good. So, what are your thoughts on that scene?
I mean, it was pretty good. Sub 130, pedestal required is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
The whole Village of Outcast chain was kind of ridiculous the way it worked out with bow and fire rod right there with the hint for hammer, and then Eastern had the hint for ice rod, which is pretty much everything left. I mean, as long as you remember to check pedestal, you were good.
That really was the chain there. That hint was absolutely the winner for you. Glan did not check hints as he is often not do so. Yeah, both of those hints really bailed you out.
You didn't check any of them? You just walked right past them? That's...
Walked right past him.
You can't do that in this version, Glan. Come on.
The other thing that might have cost him a little bit of time is he did check pedestal first, but did not immediately then go and check what the Meyer medallion was.
Oh, right.
You did a couple of other overworld checks that you never had to go to, like Big Game and Smiths.
Yeah. In Catfish, there was a hint for that as well. There was a hint that the fishes had half magic, and then swore it was like bombs or something. I don't know if he did that, but I got this like that too.
He does have half magic. He did do the Death Mountain step down to here.
I was a little worried there because I didn't think Glan would forget to do pedestal or anything, so I wasn't counting on that, but I know from seeing his past races that he is one of those people that will go to Village of Outcasts really early, so I was kind of concerned there, but I guess if he missed the hint entirely, then it didn't do anything for him.
Yeah, he was in Village of Outcasts early, got his bow first, got the pedestal hint first, and I believe saw that it was Bombos first while you were doing that initial trip into Turtle Rock.
Right.
So up until that point, I think he was a little bit ahead, but as soon as you got that pretty much sealed it.
I got a little bailed out on some of the item locations. Saved me a little bit of time, like both keys are in front of Turtle Rock, because I just wasn't thinking. Like, I totally would have went to Laser Bridge if I remembered I had the big key. Because how likely is it that there's not a key there at that point, but apparently both were in the torch room. Little things like that can help me out, but I did do right side Ganon's tower, I guess, so maybe that evened it up.
Yeah, a little bit, and that was one of the things that we were wondering if Glan might do before he headed to Eastern, since he had the fire rod. He did check the same chest in his tower, both chests and tile room, so it was definitely a possibility when he was looking for that hammer. But I did like that as soon as you got that Bombos was on pedestal, you made your beeline to Meyer.
Yeah, I mean, I had flute and mitts and everything. There was no opportunity cost to go check that really quick, because since I got that hint, I knew the only item missing was Ice Rod. So I figured I would go get my hammer and do Eastern, and then go do Ganon's tower, because it's a million chests, but luckily there was a hint. And this could have... Ice Rod was in a good spot anyway, but this could have very easily been, you know, coin flip for who picks the right pendant dungeon to get the Ice Rod kind of deal.
For sure. So, question for you about Desert. And the rope.
Yeah, that's surprisingly not the first time that's happened to me, and I never learned my lesson.
Always hope for the Hail Mary sword.
Yeah. I felt really dumb, but, you know, all you can do is laugh. So, it could have been worse. At least I didn't, you know, use up all of my bombs or something like that.
true enough. The early game was absolutely very nice. Anytime you get early moon pearl in is incredible.
Yeah, that's. I say this every single race, and it holds up true every single race. I have found Moon Pearl in Mini Motorm Cave, I think, every single race this tournament. Maybe except one. Something like that. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know what it is about that location, but it's always in there.
That is finished up their game fight. Get your GGs for Glan. We'll see if we can get him in here as he crosses the bridge with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 13 seconds. Was there any point in the race that you felt behind, or did you feel like you were routing it fairly well?
I wouldn't say I felt behind. With where Hammer was and all the hints ended up being, I felt kind of bad about doing Tile Room in GT because that takes a while, but luckily that didn't end up costing me much. Outside of the Ganon Tower climb itself, most of my dungeon clears were pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that Mimic was doing in the spike room there that wouldn't let you push the block.
Yeah, I don't know why he was over there. Like, I guess I didn't hold left when I shot the arrow long enough, something like that, or down maybe. But yeah, luckily I got the fairy drop in Mimics too. I didn't have to take the backup room because I had to use my blue potion in Mire because I ran out of magic missing a lamp on the torch. So that's always good. I guess I could have just got the magic refill in the south room, but nobody has time for that.
We are joined by Glan. GG's Glan.
Thanks, GG Zero.
Good games. Glan, you gotta check hints. What are you thinking?
I don't know, man.
Unfortunately, Hammer was really locking everything for you, Glan, and there was a hint in Thieves Town that the hammer was an Easter.
Oh, I never check that hint. It's dumb. And hints are so useless most of the time.
They are dumb. I used to skip some of the hints, and then I lost a tournament match last tournament. Not Overworld Glitches, but it was a different tournament because the Spectacle Rock Cave hint was where Quake was, and it was like Helmasaur, Pendant Helmasaur, and I spent like 35 minutes looking for it for getting access to a dungeon. So now I just do it anyway, just in case.
Yeah, I don't know.
So speaking of medallions, you go and you check your pedestal, you see it's Bombos. I was curious why you didn't decide to immediately go to Mire and check.
I pretty much did. I mean, I was making my way down there eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's one of those things where, you know, I guess in the long term of the entire seed, doing smiths and stumping purple chest don't take up too much time. I guess you're looking for the hammer along the way anyway. So.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it seems longer than it actually is.
Yeah, like I was still looking for the hammer anyway, so.
Other than that, it was a fairly linear scene we were discussing. It was a nice early open. You get your pearl right away. Get your sword shot.
Yeah, both swords were pretty early, actually. And then I forget where Tempered was. I think it was in Thieves Town. That's it.
Tempered was in the Maiden's chest, and the gold sword was in the map chest as well. idea where the other medallions are. Probably in this tower somewhere.
Probably. Or ice or swamp.
Yeah.
Not important. Any other thoughts on the seed plan? Other than required pedestal?
No, not really.
So the question for chat is game 3 when?
Be tomorrow, probably.
Yeah. Tomorrow, same time-ish. Probably, yeah. I mean, most likely same time-ish, because I'm only available after like 7 on Tuesdays.
Oh yeah.
But it'll definitely be tomorrow, because Glan's joining the Space Force, so he's going to be gone all week.
Yeah, I'm going to NASA on Thursday. The marathon, not the space agency.
Well, that's pretty exciting too. And yeah, the winner of this will meet the winner of Blaine versus Pierdy Wong. There's pretty much no bad matchup at this point of the bracket. All of them are really exciting. So, but be sure to watch Game 3 between Glan and Zero Rush tomorrow. And in about 20 minutes, there will be a game between Speedy and Chex Human. And that is going to be on the main Speed Gaming channel. Just a reminder to give both of our runners a follow. Do either of you have anything else you'd like to add about the seed or the tournament?
No, it's been going really great. Thanks for everyone for hopping on to crew this one. I know Glenn and I kind of gave really short notice. I think we scheduled this one at like this afternoon or something.
Yeah.
So, thanks for tracking and commentating and restreaming and all that.
For sure. And with that, I'll just take a look at what else is going on Speed Gaming. The combo randomizer, Super Metroid and Zelda 3 is going on now on Speed Gaming for, they are 45 minutes into that. They're also 45 minutes into the Bloodborne All Bosses run on Speed Gaming 2. Randomizer linked to the past daily race is on Speed Gaming 3. And I believe Kirby is probably already wrapped up on the main Speed Gaming channel. And that will be followed immediately by the Overworld glitches between Chex Human and Speedy that I previously mentioned. I think we're going to have Jay-Z on the comms for that. And yes, please give the runners a follow, like, give myself a follow, and remember it's a dono. Links are all in the chat. And for that, I will wish you a good evening. So long, everyone.